Hey, what's up guys? Chef Jesse here. Well, today, folks, I've been trying all kind of different things lately. And the other day I made this thing called pasteles, which is a typical Latino dish. It's made from green bananas, plantains, is root yautía, tropical, what is it? Tropical pumpkin. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a lot of work, but it tastes so good. You know, you have to grate everything down and make a mix like a batter, and then you got to put it in paper. And you got to put meat in it, and you got to wrap up the paper. You got to put string on it. It's like gift wrapping. I'm telling you, it was a pain, but they taste good. And I made about 20 something. And for the first time, the very first time in my life, I made pasteles, and they came out good. I studied for it. I asked friends, I asked family members. I mean, I asked people who knew how to make pasteles, and I tried them, and they came out pretty good for the first time. So today, I am making another Latino dish, which is very popular during the Christmas holidays and when you go to parties and stuff. Every time I've gone to parties, every time it's the same thing. It's roast pork and arroz con gandules. That's what they serve. I don't know. But arroz con gandules is rice with pigeon peas. Yeah, pigeon peas. That's what it's called. I don't like pigeon peas. I don't like peas. I don't like beans. But I'm gonna make the rice because I like the way the rice tastes. I like the way it looks. So I'm gonna make it, and Gilbert would eat it. So if I don't eat it, Gilbert eats it, right? So I'm gonna make the arroz con gandules. And I'm gonna show you because you gotta bear with me. This is the first time I'm making this. So you gotta bear with me here. I've studied for this. I've been looking up. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make it, and then we're gonna see how it comes out. The pasteles came out nice and good. So let's see. I could probably perfect the arroz con gandules. So I got a bunch of ingredients here. I'm gonna start off, of course, with gandules, and I bought these in the supermarket, and they're frozen gandules. They come in a bag like this of I think it's 14 ounces. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this in a pot with about 1 cup of water and start to, I guess, cook them or soften them up or whatever you want to call them. So they're in the pan, okay, and I'm going to start. I'm going to start it. Let me set my timer for about 10 minutes. It takes about 10 minutes, I think. This is the recipe I'm following, folks. I don't, like I said, I've never made this, but we're gonna try because I like to try things as long as they look good, taste good. So now I'm gonna go to my. First of all, I'm gonna zoom you down into that pigeon peas, guandules in there, okay? In this big pot. I bought this in Casa de BJ's. Real nice. So it's cast iron, I guess. No, aluminum. This is aluminum. So I got a little bit of oil in there, and I'm going to start putting in some. First of all, let me start it up. Right, you got to start the thing up. So you're gonna start it up. Okay, medium heat always. And I'm gonna throw in this ham. This is cooking ham. It's gonna give the rice a nice salty taste. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. And again, bear with me. And I know my critics are gonna be out there. That's not the way you make it. Well, hey, come to my house and make it. This is some pork fat or whatever the hell you call it. And it goes in there too. This is all giving it flavor. This is a base just to give everything flavor. And I'm gonna saute this in here for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna move it around. I got my pigeon peas back there cooking on low and 1 cup of water. So there you go. Okay. Then I'm going to start adding the ingredients. After I put this in there for about 5 minutes to get the flavor out, and it's starting to smell already. There you go. I love that sizzling. That sizzling, then you know you're cooking. So this is going to release the flavors of the ham, the salt that the ham has, and it's going to help out with the flavoring of the rice. Okay. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna mix this around for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get all the flavors out of it, and then we're gonna put all the other flavors in it. So stay tuned with me. Okay, folks. So It's been about a little bit over 5 minutes, and this thing is looking good. It's releasing all the flavors. The ham is releasing the flavors, and it smells very, very good. Some of the pork back, fat back, whatever you call it, I took it out. I just let it release some of its juices and grease, whatever you call it, and I took it out. But this ham, I'm going to leave it in there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put in about 4 cloves of garlic, which I already miced. Okay, and you got to make sure you move this around because the garlic does start to burn quick, and you have to lower the flame. Okay, you don't want to burn the garlic. Okay, so and like I said, I put more garlic in there. I love garlic. So keeps your friends away, keeps vampires away. So anyway, I love this sauteing. I mean, I love the sound of when you saute and stuff. So I'm gonna let this cook in there for a little while. Okay. Be careful, keep an eye on it because garlic burns quickly, and you don't want fried garlic. No way. So I'm going to add now, in a few minutes, something called sofrito. Sofrito is based on onions, green peppers, red peppers, sweet peppers, and cilantro, and this other thing called regao. So you put everything in the blender and you make this base, and it's the base that you use for soups, rice, a lot of stuff. So you can make this in your own, or you can buy it made already. I have not made it homemade yet. That's my next project. I already know how to do it. I just don't have the time. Actually, I need a blender. I want to have a separate blender to mix this stuff because this is very powerful. And the spice, so I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of this sofrito that I bought in the store. And yes, criticize me because I bought store-bought sofrito, but hey. So now I'm gonna mix this up. Okay. I'm gonna check my peas, my pigeon peas look like they're almost done. I'm gonna raise them. I gotta boil them actually. So okay. So now so far you got this. So far we got the ham in there. We sauteed it. We got the juices out of the ham. We got garlic in there, and we got the sofrito. 2 tablespoons. Okay, 2 tablespoons and a half. I put it. I don't know. I like flavoring. So now I'm going to let that stand there for about another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to start adding some more ingredients. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so we're back now. This is cooking very good. Oh my God, I tasted this, and it just, this looks delicious. So you got what I got in there so far, right? Now I'm going to put my tomato sauce. I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. This is about 1/4 of the can. This is it. I could probably use a little bit more, but I have more, but I'm not gonna open a whole can and waste it. But it looks good. Okay. And I'm gonna saute this in there. Continue moving this around for another 5 minutes or so. This is the base of all your flavoring for this rice. And I know it's kind of it's taking kind of long. You probably say, "Oh my God, when's this guy gonna do the rice?" But this, you have to do the base. You gotta cook the base. You gotta make so you get the flavors out of it, right? So there we go. We're back. So anyway, folks, this is the base, okay, of the rice. Now I'm gonna start putting the ingredients. First of all, I'm gonna put some salt, about 1.5 tablespoons. You don't have to put too much because remember you got that salty ham in there, so you don't want to make it too salty, right? I got some about a 1/4 teaspoons of black pepper. Okay, mix that up in there. I have cumin. I have a 1/2 tablespoon of cumin and a 1/2 tablespoon of oregano. It's all mixed up together, and I'm going to put that in there. Okay. And mix this up. Make sure you mix this up real good. You want to really, I mean, this thing will taste. It's thickening up because this is my pigeon peas are boiling. They look like they're almost done. Okay. And I'm going to put one of these sazon. This has culantro and achote, which is anado, and this what gives it color. So you're gonna put one envelope of that. Yes, this is a lot of intense, but it comes out, hopefully, it comes out good. Okay. And this rice, when you go to a lot of like Latin households, especially around Christmas, you find this all over the place. So this is done. Now I'm gonna start putting in the rice. I'm going to put in 3 cups of rice. This is my rice here. Mix that up in there. Okay. Mix that up in there like this. And then I'm going to start adding immediately my water. So I'm using 3 cups of rice. So I'm using 3 cups of water. And I'm going to use a little bit of more water. The water from the peas, I'm going to add it in as well, which will be about a half. Okay, so mix this up very good because you got to get all those flavors in there. So mix it very well. Now at this time, I'm going to put 2 bay leaves. Bay leaves are strong, so just 2, maybe 3 if you want. I'm using 2, and of course your olives. Arroz con Guandules has to have olives, so I'm putting about I don't know, half a cup of olives, and there goes my mix. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this up to a boil, and I'm gonna add my peas with a little bit of water in there. So okay, and it's looking good. It's looking very good. I'm going to add a tad of water, just a tad, that's it. And then you're going to bring this up to a boil. Okay, mixing it, make sure that all the flavors from the bottom are cooking. Okay. So once this boils, I'm going to let it boil for, once I bring it up to a boil, and I'll let it boil for 2-3 minutes or so. And then maybe 5 minutes, and then I'll lower the flame down, and then I'll cover it up, lower the flame, and let it simmer until all that water is evaporated, and there goes my rice. So folks, my rice has been, after I put the rice and everything in there, I covered this up, and I've covered it up for maybe 15-20 minutes, and in a few minutes I'm going to uncover it, and all the water should be evaporated, most of the water. I'm going to move it around, and then I'm going to reset the rice again, and I'll show you how it's done. So first of all, let me let's get the spoon here. Are you ready for this? To see how this looks? Are you ready? Whoa, look at that. So the rice is halfway done. I'm going to start moving from the sides inward. Okay. I don't want this to soften, so I'm going to mix it up, and it's looking pretty nice. Okay, it's still got a little bit to go, but it looks nice. I'm going to take a little bit here, and I don't need the chickpeas or the pigeon peas, so let me try this out. This is delicious. I don't know. For the first time, delicious. I'm going to let this stay here for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm going to show you a trick that I'm going to do to this rice that I found in a recipe. I'm going to do to this rice to give it more flavor. Stay tuned for that. So, folks, I'm telling you, this rice tastes good. Not because it's me, Chef Jesse, and it's the first time I've done this. Really, I don't eat rice too much. And I definitely don't eat pigeon peas, but I like the flavor of the rice. I like the flavor it gives it. So I don't do rice too much. I don't eat rice too much once in a while. But this rice is like I said, during the holidays, you go to a lot of like Latin houses and you find this rice. So the rice is almost, the water's evaporating. Now it's still cooking. I lowered it down. And now I'm going to do a trick, which I learned this from a recipe from online from a guy who owns a restaurant, and he cooks it this way. And I asked around, and people say, yeah, this is an old time habit back on the other side that people used to do. So you don't see it that much often, and the trick is I'm going to put banana leaves. Yeah, you're probably saying, what the hell is this guy talking about? Banana leaves, they come in a pack here, they come frozen. It's banana leaves. And it comes frozen, and it's these big green leaves. Hence the name banana leaf. So what I'm going to do, I lost a banana leaf already, a piece of it. So this goes in the garbage, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to layer the rice with 1 or 2 pieces of banana leaves. And I'm going to cook the rice in there for another 10-15 minutes so it can give it that flavor of the banana. I'm telling you. I've never tasted with banana leaves, but hey, it looked good on TV, on the video, right? So I'm going to try it out. So stay tuned. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now with the banana leaves. And let me bring this down, and okay. So there goes my rice, which is almost done. And then goes my banana leaves. Again, I've never done this. First time I'm doing this because I got this from a recipe online, and it just happens to look good. Banana leaves, you can, well, I don't know if you can get it in your supermarket, but I got it in the local supermarket. I got, okay, so 2 banana leaves, and I'm going to cover up the rice completely. Actually, I'm going to put another piece here, and look at that. Now I don't know if this is supposed to give the rice a good flavor. I don't know, maybe it's an old wives' tale, I don't know, but it looked good on video. So I'm gonna completely cover it up with this leaf, and then the rice is gonna cook in there with the steam, and the leaves are gonna release the flavoring of the banana, and let's hope it works. Tightly cover that up. Lower the flame. You don't want to burn the rice. Set your timer to 15 minutes, and then when we come back, we'll see if it worked or not. I either have burnt up rice, burnt up leaves, or we have some good rice. I don't know, you go figure. So here I am, about 2-3 minutes after, and every time it smells very good. The smell of this is amazing. So I'm boiling some water, so I'm gonna make some pasteles. The pasteles I made the other day are frozen. They're in the freezer. They look like this. They look like this. I'm horrible. I don't know how to tie this up, but I tied them up the best I could. And they have a banana leaf in there also. And again, pasteles are mixed up with green bananas and plantain. I'm not gonna get into that, but you gotta boil the water. When the water's boiling, you put them in the pot, put a little bit of salt in it, and then you boil them for 1 hour. 1 hour takes a long time, and you eat them in 5. That's the bad thing about it. But 1 hour you boil them, and then I'm gonna serve them today with the pasteles and the arroz con gandules, and that's what dinner today. So, okay, so I'll be right back. Well, folks, 15 minutes have passed by. I put my green banana leaves in my rice to give it flavor, because the steam cooks it up and it releases flavor into the rice. I don't know if that's any truth to that, but that's like an old-fashioned thing that I saw online. So I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference, but we'll see. So I'm about to show you how this rice looks with the leaf on top. We're going to take the leaf and we're going to taste the rice, and then we'll take it from there. So my rice has been covered up, and get ready for this. Whoa, look at that steam. Oof, it's hot. So my leaf seems to be, I guess, dry, right? And let's take this off. Let's take this leaf out of here. Oh my God, ooh, there goes the timer, just on time. And there goes my rice. and it looks delicious. Look at this. Look at this, folks. Look at this. There's my bay leaf. Let me take my bay leaf off. I found it, so let me take it out. So what I'm gonna do, I gotta taste this rice, right? So, like I said, I don't need the pigeon pea, so I'm gonna. Oh, there goes a pigeon pea right there. I'm gonna have trouble picking this rice out here. Okay, so there goes a pigeon pea. I don't know. So I'm gonna taste this, and we're gonna see how it tastes. So let's come over here, and let's taste this rice. See how it tastes. It's delicious. The rice is not undercooked, not overcooked, just right. It's got the right consistency. It's got lots of flavors in there. Believe me, it's got a lot of flavors. And this is a lot of rice. We're not even gonna eat near this rice, but I know Gilbert got food for the whole week. We did leftovers for lunch. Anyway, folks, let me show you once more how this rice looks, and then we're done. This is the rice. You can find the little pieces of ham in there. There's olives in there. There you go, the olives, the pigeon peas. And this is delicious, folks. So, first time I made this Arroz con Guandules, rice with pigeon peas. This is the very first time I made this. A recipe from online from another guy who's a chef who owns a restaurant actually, and he's got great he's got great recipes out there, and look for them. His name is the Freakin' Rican. He owns a restaurant in Queens, and him and his partner, and they cook. I mean, I've never been there, but the food looks good, and the recipes look good. And this is a recipe that I got an idea from him. I got ideas from different. So I sort of did research, and I got different ideas. So this is sort of my version. Uncle Jesse's, Chef Jesse's Arroz con Guandules. So we're gonna get ready to eat. So anyway, thank you for being here and watching me make this rice. I see you guys tomorrow.